Alright, welcome back to Impossible versus Matches, the podcast where we take pop culture characters from all over time and we make them cross over into a versus match type scenario like Freddy versus Jason or something like that. But they're all crazy characters. Joined by me is my good friend Kyle.
Hello there, beautiful people.
And as you all know, Kyle's got a list of 50 characters. I got a list of 50 characters. We're going to randomize both lists, and we're going to see who's going against each other. Again, this is the journey, not the destination, so why are they fighting, not who would win. Kyle?
It's always Goku, so.
Or is it Superman? But that's for the comment section to decide.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will be very civil discussion.
As long as it's not Silver Age Superman, Goku wins.
So, anyways, Kyle, you are the guest, and as always, the guest gets to choose. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first? All up to you.
I will go first.
All right, Kyle going first.
All right.
So, I am going to go ahead and spin the wheel for you,
Give it a
Kyle.
little spinny spin.
And let's see who you are dealing with.
Who I got? Be kind to me.
Oh, fun. Scruff McGruff, the crime dog.
Oh, good lord.
He takes a bite out of crime.
He does. I let him down. Alright, well, Scruff McGruff, let's see who you're up against. Hopefully it's not too tough.
Was that a bar there, Kyle?
Oh, maybe so.
As the kids call it.
So, Stacy's mom.
I love how your wheel just said Stacy Mom.
Yeah.
Really, Scruff McGruff versus Stacy's mom. Okay, this is a first. This is a first for the show because I had considered putting a character from a song into something, but I'm like, how am I going to describe that if there's no personification of this person? But tell me about Stacy's mom.
Well, I'm going to start with Scruff McGruff because he's easier. He was just a mascot character back in when did he start? The 80s?
He has to be a product of the 80s.
Maybe even older.
He might be older, yeah.
He pretty much was just a police dog that went and talked to schools about crime, how to avoid it, how to handle talking to police.
Yep.
That's basically it.
He was a bloodhound.
Yeah, he took a bite out of crime.
Yep,
I think drugs were a big thing he talked about.
Yeah, he was really big during the drug war time period
when Dare came around.
Yeah, all those 80s and 90s, when Pee Wee Herman's this is crack. Mm-hmm. You don't want any of this.
Michael Jordan's just telling you just say no.
Yeah, all those just say no things. I remember Scruff McGruff being very relevant until into the mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm. He was referenced in a lot of media
after 9/11, and he'd be all over the place and that stuff. Always take a bite out of crime. Watch out, because there's weird creepy dudes at the playground. So I think I remember that actually. There was a PSA where there was a diddler at the playground.
Yeah.
And Scruff McGruff's hey, back.
Get I feel I remember that.
But yeah, takes a bite out of crime. He is a bloodhound in a trench coat. Mm-hmm. And I think he raps.
I think he has rapped, yes.
I'm pretty sure every mascot has rapped if they made it through the 80s and 90s.
And I'm not sure his rank in the police force, but he seems pretty up there.
I think he's more along the lines of an investigator or maybe a detective type, as opposed to a gun shooting cop.
Now, Stacy's Mom, which is a song by Fortune of Wayne, I had to look that up because I don't think anybody knew the people who sung Stacy's Mom. There's not much to know except she's really got it going on. She's apparently the hot mom of a girl who the son wants to date, but he realizes her mom's way better. This is a pretty classic 90s scenario you see a lot.
Yeah. Scruff McGruff versus Stacy's mom. I didn't expect you to have Stacy's mom on your list. That's the funniest fucking thing.
No one expects Stacy's mom.
But Stacy's mom has got it going on.
She's got it going on.
She's all I've wanted.
And I've waited for so long.
Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Come on, Kyle.
and I know I might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that's it, but part of me...
Stacy's mom!
So, Fortune of Wayne is trying to do like a classic hits of all their best hits. So on this new album, they only have the one song, Stacy's Mom. And for the music video, they want to bring back Stacy's mom, and they need a cool new figure to be the male in the video. And it's Scruff McGruff, the crime dog. Because now everyone's adults. Of course you remember Scruff McGruff. He's probably the coolest thing since sliced bread to you as a kid. So now he's back, and they're on the stage. But there's a lot of complications of between the two on who's really the star of this music video, who's front and stage, even though the song is Stacy's mom. But Scruff McGruff is like, failed himself. He's on the coke, he's on the drink. Because he's been out the limelight for a while, so he gets a little handy, and he gets a little aggressive. Now, what he doesn't know, that the song Stacy's Mom, though it sounds very positive, is actually a warning song. He's waited so long, he's actually waited millenniums, because Stacy's mom is a Eldritch Horror-like type creature that's been around for eons. It's been around for eons, and the song is a warning, and they're trying to warn us again. And so this slowly becomes apparent to Scruff McGruff due to his good investigation skills as he finds out, all the people sing that song are actually not real, they're hollow inside. And he realizes he now has to stop Stacy's mom. It's not about being the star anymore. It's about putting on that trench coat again and getting back at it and stopping this Eldritch level horror. But really, he just ends up with a big ol' erection because she does got it going on.
Jesus Christ.
Joe, anything to add?
As long as time has existed, there has been Stacy's mom.
And she's had it going on.
She has it going on. Well, you took it in a very different direction than I would have. I was just going to say that in order to get into an altercation with Stacy's mom, we never asked the most important question. How does she have it going on? What is going on?
That's true.
With Stacy's mom? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. Stacy's mom, she, she keeps her appearance because she's a hooker.
Oh.
That's how she's able to get the nice house.
That's
how she's able to get the nice clothes. That's how she keeps her figure.
She's an escort.
She's a high-end escort. Which technically counts as the crime that Scruff McGruff was taking a bite out of. So
I thought you were going to say, she's smuggling drugs in her ass. That's the route I thought you were going for a second.
That could, always be possible.
It's a side venture.
So Scruff McGruff sets up the sting operation to catch Stacy's mom. And, well, Stacy's mom, she's got it going on with, her looks and everything, but she's also got it going on in a black belt. And so...
in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so, Scruff McGruff sets up a sting because Stacy's mom is a criminal. She's probably stolen some stuff.
Yeah.
She's probably got some possession of illegal drugs.
Yeah.
She's a prostitute, maybe.
And she's not a good figure for the kids.
No. And Scruff McGruff, if there's one thing that he doesn't stand for, is someone that's not a positive role model for the children.
That's right. He will murder them for that.
He will murder them.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has.
I've seen the look in his eyes.
Yeah. He's a bloodthirsty bloodhound. So he sets up the sting, and then then she catches on, gives him a good, a good punch to the nose, and bloodhound's not going to like that. But he gets that look in his eye where the dog's ready to attack, and this of course starts the police chase of Scruff McGruff and Stacy's mom. And now she's got it going on in prison.
For the next 10 to 20 years.
Now she's got it going on. She's waiting so long. 15 to life.
And she still has a swimming pool that she floats on in there for some reason to get that nice bathing suit shot.
I mean, it's a gift for the guards.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
And holy shit.
That's Stacy's mom. Do beware.
Wow. I did not expect this. This whole time doing this show, I was like, we're never going to top, X scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But now we've got Scruff McGruff versus Stacy's mom, and there's no way that's not going to be the title for this video. Scruff McGruff versus Stacy's mom.
I feel bad for the setup that's got to follow that one. Good luck, Joe.
I mean,
I'm glad I started.
Wow. That's good. But you know what? We collaborated.
We did.
We both had our own scenario for this one. But you know what? Go ahead, spin the wheel, and let's just get it over with. Because whatever you get is not going to be as funny as Stacy's mom.
Okay, so let's spin the wheel.
I can't believe you put Stacy's mom. Because I'm trying to think of characters from songs to pull on.
I didn't properly shuffle that.
It's all good.
So let me go ahead and give that a proper shuffle real quick before I spin the wheel. Okay, so you're in luck because this one I think is still going to be good. The fish from SpongeBob that always yells "my leg."
Jesus Christ,
his name is Fred. I looked into it. His name is Fred.
Yep, Fred the fish.
Yep. He is constantly getting hurt and screaming "my leg." Joe, who you got?
God damn it, Kyle. This episode you bring the My Leg fish from SpongeBob and Stacy's mom. You brought the two most obscure characters you possibly could. Let me watch me get like a super main major character who's going to be wasted on Fred the fish. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm saving that. I'm saving that one. I'm saving this character.
Okay, that's fine.
We're not.
It's Joe's show, so I won't argue with you.
I mean, I just make up stuff as I go along. But
yeah, keep it fast and loose. I mean, you asked for 50 characters, man.
I did ask for 50 characters, and you know what? None of these. You know what? I have all these big main characters, and they got to go against Fred the fish. I have to go into SpongeBob lore. Give me one more. Okay. I can do this. This is Wayne Selinsky.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the name right off the bat?
It doesn't jump out at me.
Well, it's about to. Wayne Selinsky is the dad, the scientist from the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise. He is the
he shrunk the kids.
Yeah, he shrunk the kid. Why am I drawing a blank? I love this actor. Why do I not remember his name at the moment?
He never did much after those movies, right?
He stopped acting. He stepped down. He stepped down. What? Crap. Why am I drawing a blank at his name? I love this guy. Ghostbusters. Came back for this Ryan Reynolds.
Jamie, pull that up on the feed.
I feel so.
It's Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. I'm a fucking idiot.
Because he was in that musical. I know it.
Little Shop of Horrors.
He's in Little Shop of Horrors.
I love Rick Moranis.
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Little Shop of Horrors, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Spaceballs, Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Actually, if you think about it,
everything he's in
it's good,
is a good movie. I don't think he's in a bad movie.
Yeah.
He's in, I think he's in Big Bully, which is a very strange movie. But
okay.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's on the shelf.
Okay. Throw it on a bad movie night.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
But, no, man... I'm sorry, everyone. I know Rick Moranis, I promise.
Joe, a fake movie fan, now balls exposed all over his own podcast.
I can't believe it. I love Rick Moranis, and for some reason I was just drawing a blank on his name. But Wayne Selinsky.
To be fair, we forgot a whole segment right after we did it today. So
yeah, you know what, Kyle? I feel like you're infecting me.
Yeah, probably so. With my bad memory,
Kyle has infected the show. But so Wayne Selinsky, he is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids scientist. He has indeed shrunken the kids. Mm-hmm. He has blown up the baby, and he has shrunk himself.
He's done it a couple times, right?
Yeah, he's done a bit of shrinking going on.
Didn't learn his lesson.
and talking about shrinking, we're going into the ocean. I was in the pool, Jerry. So Fred the Fish, obviously, lives in Bikini Bottom.
Yep.
And Wayne can't get to Bikini Bottom. He cannot handle that pressure.
No.
I feel like Bikini Bottom is not it's not very far below those.
No, when you see the episodes when they go to the surface, it seems like an incline. It doesn't look too far.
It's not a mountain or anything.
No, it seems like they can walk up it.
I'd say Bikini Bottom is probably like a good 20 feet deep or so. But Wayne can't hang. Wayne can't hang down there. But he goes on a tropical vacation.
Okay.
And he has made some modifications with the shrink machine, and for some dumbass reason, he has brought the shrink ray on his vacation.
Just in case.
He's going to a convention. That's at a convention center, like beachside convention center. Like that seems realistic. Okay. Yeah. He's going to a convention, and just like before, there's going to be some mishap that makes it misfire and somehow hit him, but he's going to be he decides whole family's here, we're gonna go diving. So he's got the diving gear on, not exactly scuba, but he can be underwater for a decent amount of time. And they're about to go down, or he's made a suit.
He's made a suit, a commercial made, super good.
Yeah, because he makes a bunch of other stuff more than just the shrink machine. In the first Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie, he makes that contraption with the helmet with the magnifying glass and the flashlight and stuff on it. So he's going to be now I can go underwater and we're going to test it. And he's about to test it, but something happens. Some random stupid thing happens. That
someone tosses a can that hits
the machine. Hits the machine in the convention center, which shoots the beam out the window and lands,
reflects off some mirrors.
Yeah, and just happens to hit Wayne and his family, and they shrink right as they're jumping in. So they're in midair, and then they shrink, and then they go down, and he goes down to the bottom and enjoys his time in Bikini Bottom at first because this is amazing.
I didn't know. Civilization.
City. A whole civilization. This must be the lost continent of Atlantis, or something. And then he realizes they have a whole economy, and it's not really much different from our own world. And he goes to the Krusty Krab, and
buy a cheeseburger.
Yeah, he's like, oh, a Krabby Patty. What's that? And so, he walks in. The rest of the family's irrelevant at this point. They're doing their own thing. They probably got separated in the drift down because it's very hard for, things to stick together.
Sure.
Going down.
In a 90s movie.
Yeah. Yes, but, I mean, just anything you put, a bunch of, rocks in the water or something. Probably drift apart a little bit going down.
Joe, the water scientist.
Yeah. Water, be like that. Water, it be like that sometimes.
It do be.
So he just happens to drift down to the Krusty Krab area. He's exploring. He's like, kids have been through this before, twice.
Sure, yeah. They got the hang of it now.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're fine. But he's just so amazed because he's a man of science. So he's
so this is all
underwater civilization. So he goes
in.
So
much to learn.
Turns out Bikini Bottom is slightly different than ours, but just enough. So he goes into the Krusty Krab. Squidward's there. These characters are about to be irrelevant, but Squidward's there. Mr. Krabs is like, oh, what a strange creature.
As long as he's got money.
Yeah, as long as he's got money, he's allowed to, be here. And they all just assume that he's like Sandy. Because, Sandy also has
some weird squirrel thing.
Yeah. But he goes up to the register. What he doesn't realize is he just cut in line in front of Fred the Fish. And he's like, hey, buddy. You're just cutting line. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, you don't look like me. And it's there's some prejudice going on.
You're different from the rest of us.
You're different.
I don't like that.
And so Fred the Fish is the instigator in this scenario. So he's the one that, starts with a little shove. He's like, hey, that wasn't very nice. So, like, but, Fred keeps going at it because, the Bikini Bottom denizens are not none of them are the smartest creatures.
And Fred's taken a lot of abuse in his life.
Yeah, so he's like, hey, buddy, no, you can't just do that. I had a hard day. Yeah. My legs just healed.
They just healed.
I can walk again. Like, he's perfectly fine at this moment. And Wayne's starting to get mad. He's like, hey, I really don't appreciate that. And he's like, that's not how we do things down here. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? So he's like, I'm going to teach you how we do things down here. So he's beating him up, and Wayne's like, oh, if he keeps hitting me, I'm gonna, lose my air. So, he's got to fight back, and eventually, my leg!
He just throws a one punch, snap.
Yeah.
My leg!
So there's like
and
a
an
brawl.
Angel gets its wings.
Yeah. There's a brawl in the Krusty Krab of Wayne Selinsky and Fred the Fish. Fuck you, Kyle. I get to use Craig's line now. Wayne Selinsky and Fred the Fish are having a little bit of a brawl in the Krusty Krab, and this is like an average thing, but Mr. Krabs like, you gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
But they see that once the dust settles, they see how fucked up Fred the Fish's legs are, and they're like, "Hey, you can't do that to him. He was 2 weeks to retirement, or something like that." So basically, Wayne is now he's got to get out of there because now there's a mob of Bikini Bottom denizens like chasing after him. So we've got the ding 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 ding, and he's like, so he's trying to run and get up that incline back to the island where the boat is, and
just leaving his family behind.
They're fine.
They're hanging out with SpongeBob.
They're not having too much of an issue. They probably landed by Sandy, and she's like, oh, I know
what land.
I know land critters.
Yeah.
So she. Sandy she has a shrink machine.
Yeah, she's a scientist.
So she fixes them. She That's fine. This is Wayne's story. Yeah, catch us next time when we talk about the one kid from Honey, I Shrunk the... We talk about the baby from Honey, I Blew Up the Baby. So Wayne is now running up the little incline up the mountain to escape the Bikini Bottom residents, who also have the torches and pitchforks.
They're on fire.
Get him! He hurt Fred's legs!
If I had more time, I wish I knew how that worked.
Yeah. I'd have to figure this out another time. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for having me. And
that's when he realized he wasn't wearing anti-sea bear underwear. He was mauled to death by a sea bear.
I can see this happening. I can see this whole
it's in my head.
Thing because the grass skirt chase song from SpongeBob is like a ding 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 ding.
Pan.
Yeah, right, because he's running, and you got all the Bikini Bottom residents with the torches and pitchforks and stuff, and Old Man Jenkins.
Old Man Jenkins is spearheading it.
Yeah.
The paramedics are just carrying Fred on a stretcher, but still chasing him down.
Get him for my legs. See, we were able to make gold out of crap.
I knew you could do it, Joe.
Thanks. So he gets back on the boat, and now the family's been there for like 10 minutes by now.
They're all eating Krabby Patties.
Yeah, they're all eating regular-sized Krabby Patties, and they're like, I wonder what this is made out of. Because we don't know.
That's what you've just consumed.
Human meat. So now they've got Tiny Dad, and they're accustomed to the shrink ray shenanigans by now. So they're like, okay, let's just get you back to the shrink ray. And then they, get him back to normal. But that's the whole thing. Actually, that's the whole scenario. I didn't stop at the fight, but that's what happens. Drifts down, gets in an altercation for cutting in line for Krabby Patty.
Hey, buddy, just flying from Stupid Town.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Stop using the damn shrink ray.
SpongeBob characters have not appeared a lot here. We've only used Mr. Krabs, and the second one's Fred the Fish. We haven't even used SpongeBob or Squidward yet, or Plankton.
Straight from Mr. Krabs to Fred the Fish.
Yep. and we're not going to top it. What a dumbass episode this was. Stacy's mom.
I'm glad I could be of service.
You brought in Stacy's mom and Fred the Fish. Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah.
I was really wanting to look at what you had on your list coming in, and you brought those two.
I gave you the option beforehand, and you.
No, I'm running with that. That was just funny.
I'm glad
I want to imagine you coming up with your list last night. You're like, characters. I'm into so much anime and games and TV and movies. Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom. It came from literally like, I could fill this with anime. I could fill this with game characters that I know you've never played. And I was like, well, let me think of other stuff, you know?
Yeah, Stacy's mom.
I don't know how, but I was just like, yeah, Stacy's mom. Yes.
She's got it going on.
Yeah, I also thought about adding Jolene, but I was like, I already did Stacy's mom, so.
All right, well, we got Stacy's mom.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us for the best, worst episode
Yeah.
of Impossible
I'm
versus Matches. I'm Joseph. This is my good friend Kyle.
Hello.
You can catch Kyle more on this show because I'm sure he'll be coming back for many others.
I'll have to figure out how to top Stacy's mom, but
yeah,
I'll do it.
So was the guy in the song.
Whoa!
Hey yo!
Hey!
Whoa!
Catch me at a Jack in the Box.
And of course you can find him on the old Craig v. Kyle and What's in Craig's Kitchen videos as well. Thanks for joining us.
Of course.
For this.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being on the show, guys.
Yeah, anytime, Joe.
What a fucking travesty.
I bring the shit show, baby.
This is the Springfield Tire Fire podcast.